so decadent. It's simply decadent. Christmas tree goes up day! There's my tree. Ah, power is back! How pretty is that? It's so cute. My bank account says, you've got jokes, Sharon. Hello you guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. That was Amani's hand that you just saw just there. So as you'd have seen, I just tried the Lotus Biscoff croissant from Barista Co. And I have to say, it's not what I thought it would be. It's not what I thought it would be. Amani gave it 6 out of 10. And I would have to agree. I think the chocolate croissant is the yeah, like that's the main attraction. I think that's the best. And I asked them, like, what's your best selling croissant? And they were like, the Biscoff one. So I was waiting for like Biscoff sauce, or I don't know, like some gooiness to be oozing from the center. So when I split it open, and I was like, oh, it's just a croissant. I was a little bit disappointed, especially since their chocolate croissant, you need a shovel to take in that much chocolate, because it's all like, they do not spare any expenses when it comes to making that chocolate croissant. It's so decadent. It's sinfully decadent. It's really good. If you love chocolate, you're gonna love it. But the Biscoff one, like, I'm okay. I've taken 3 bites and I'm okay. I'm actually just gonna pass this on to Amani. Will you finish this? Really?
I feel like it depends what you want. Like, I can't have this chocolate croissant all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go for this.
Okay, so you would go between the two, huh? Anyway, today is Christmas tree goes up day. We left bright and early this morning to head over to Carrefour because I thought that Carrefour would have some decorations up, and I've gotten some decent ones from Carrefour before. Did they have any decorations for sale? Nothing. Nada. So disappointing. Why would you not have anything for some of us who like to have our Christmas trees up quite early? Even Amani was like, Sharon, it's mid-November. Well, when I'm filming this, mid-November. Of course they're not gonna have them up for sale, and I just don't understand that, because some people, I know people who had their Christmas trees up even earlier, like first week of November, and I don't blame them. So like, give us our baubles and our decorations and everything, because we want to buy them. Anyway, so I didn't get any of that. What I did get, which is in the kitchen, let me just go grab them, are these storage bins, which, oh, now that I've compared them to what I have, these are actually bigger, and I don't mind. I'll see how to store everything, like, especially with the baubles and lights. I'd love to have a system where like everything has its own place, maybe even color coded one day. And because I still store my Christmas tree in a cardboard box that's actually falling apart, it's just very disappointing that they sell you such an expensive Christmas tree and they don't give you proper packaging. I feel like Palacina, if you're watching, I feel like it would be great if you provided customers with some good storage solutions for Christmas trees, even if you were selling them too. I feel like I should start like a seasonal shop or a Christmas shop, so I can provide like the 10 people who are like me with some, I don't know, just fun Christmas bits. I would love that. I'd love that. Or someone else do it. I don't know. So yeah, this is what we left with. I also bought a couple of books, and we got some croissant. And now we're just going to, I think I might change a little bit and get into something more comfortable. I might even do a little bit of my makeup, maybe put on a red lip so I feel festive, put some Christmas music on, and the tree goes up. Yeah, But I have to say, because it's going to be a family affair, putting the Christmas tree up, I won't be able to vlog the entire process, but I will pick up my camera every now and then when the coast is clear, just to show you the progress. So let's get to it. You guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is by far the best Christmas tree I've ever had in my house. Ever. 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 I love it so much. We ended up having, oh, Amani came up with this beautiful idea of turning the ribbons that I used last year to make like, to add to the tree. I'll insert the picture here so that you see what I'm talking about. It didn't look great. So when she was like, oh, let's use these, I was like, no, I remember how it looked last year. It didn't look nice. Then she made a bow and it just transformed. And I think what I also love about this tree, I will turn the camera around so you can see, but I think what I also love about this tree is that it's got texture. It's got, like, when it comes to the baubles, that is, the ornaments, texture, color, sparkle, length. It's just beautiful. My hands are all glittered out, but I'm gonna turn it around and you'll see what we even used as like the Christmas tree topper. Ah, I love it. There she is. There is our beauty of a Christmas tree. Ah, I am so in love with this tree. I mean, I know as years go by, and Amani actually pointed it out because she was like, you didn't seem to hate your tree last year. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I think it's in hindsight that you're like, oh, there was a space here, there was a gap here, maybe I could have added this. So I'm almost certain, like, with every year I'm gonna find new ways to like zhuzh it up. But this year just definitely feels like I'm killing it. Now that box, I don't remember where I got it. It may have been Carrefour a couple years ago, and I bought it not really knowing I didn't think it was going to go on the tree. It was just going to be as added decor, but what it actually is styrofoam. So what we did is we like stuck something through it and just shoved it at the top of the tree, and now it looks like I've got a topper, because I've never had one, to be honest. Maybe that should be my goal next year, to try find different ones like a star or things like that. My favorite baubles, I have to say, are these ones from House of Leather. And when I first saw them, I didn't think they were particularly striking. I just thought, oh, they will add a different pattern, and I don't have anything like that in my collection. But seeing them on the tree, they are by far the most striking. And I think the bows, the little bows that Amani came up with, I love them. So some of them are like shorter bows like those, and then others like these are like, oh, it's hidden by that bauble. Maybe I'm gonna move that bauble slightly higher. But other bows like these kind of cascade down the tree. Oh, I'm so happy. So you would have seen where I got these, a lot of these from last time, in yesterday's video, that is. And they are from House of Leather. And actually, when I think back, I believe things like this were from House of Leather. Maybe even like items like these. But if they're not from there, they're probably from Carrefour. I didn't use any of my special ones on this tree. I think we thought that we'd use like this champagne color in there, and maybe like this that says Noel. But I don't think we need them on the tree. I think they work perfectly as they are. We've also got some that we've shoved inside so that, you know, whenever you look at the tree, there is some sparkle coming up even inside the tree. What else do I want to tell you? The tree itself is from Palacina. I love it so much. The lights are also from Palacina. I love them, although I had to use two different ones. And I don't remember now why I didn't get, I think one light was already so expensive, so I couldn't buy two at one go for one Christmas. So the second year when I went back to try and get a similar light, I don't think they had one like the one I'd bought the year before. But yeah, there we go. We've got different shades of red. We've got champagne and gold and sparkle and matte and bows. I'm the happiest girl. I'm really the happiest girl in front of my Christmas tree. I filmed a reel actually of me like putting this together step by step. There's my tree and I love it. I'll link everything down below, obviously, just in case you want to get yourself something from one of the stores I've mentioned. I'll link it all below. But yeah, Christmas 2021. Hi you guys, it is a couple days since we last spoke, because we spoke on Saturday. It is now Monday, and this morning I took my sweet time. I went to the gym, and then I came back, took a nice long shower. I did my makeup, and then I was eating breakfast while watching YouTube, and then when I was finally ready to start working, power went out. Thank you, Kenya Power, for nothing. And so I found myself a little bit lost, because I knew exactly what I was going to do today, and that was edit, and I can't do any of that because without electricity and my laptop, with the way my laptop is at the moment, although, ooh, actually, by the time you're watching this, I wonder if I'll have had my new laptop. I don't know. I'm so excited about that though. Yeah, I don't know if, I hope by then it will have come in, because that would be perfect. But as of this moment, I don't have a new laptop. I'm still working with my old one, and power situation is like, there's no way I could open Final Cut Pro and it continues running without it being plugged in. So I put up a reel this morning that showed you, also I'm gonna show you very quickly what Amani did there, bless her, because she just rearranged things there. Like, she took out the books that had been there, and I actually think I prefer just how clean it looks, because usually they were color coded and that looked cute, but I think I think after Christmas I'll change the decor situation there completely. But she changed that up, and so this morning I put up a reel of me putting up my Christmas tree, and someone left a comment saying like, oh gosh, why does my Christmas tree look like I just threw things at it? And I'm not here as like a Christmas tree connoisseur. I'm not saying like I'm the expert. A lot of what I've learned is because I've YouTubed and Googled and taken my sweet time on Pinterest, and I kind of understand the basics of putting up a Christmas tree and just getting it to look as good as it can. I wish I was showing it to you when it was lit up, but you know, Kenya Power has other ideas. But I wanted to very quickly tell you the things that I've done that I think help bring my Christmas tree to life, and then also show you some few things I got from Miniso just now. I can't wait to have multiple Christmas trees in my house, in my future home. I don't think this house can take another Christmas tree, however small. I don't think it can, but I can't wait to have a home that I can have like 2 Christmas trees, because I've already started collecting baubles for what I think would be a really fun, relaxed Christmas tree. And I'm gonna show you what I just got from Miniso in a second. All right, and yes, I am already rocking my Christmas sweaters or jumpers. I woke up this morning, it was a little chilly, and I thought, any excuse to get these babies out. This is from Forever 254. I got it last year on sale. And actually, it's one of the stores I'm definitely gonna go to see if they have more of Christmas jumpers. So, very quickly, my tips on how to get your Christmas tree looking a little bit fresh, and please feel free to leave your tips in the description box too. But the first tip I'd have is to try and invest in your Christmas tree if you can. And this could be investing time to look for the right Christmas tree, because depending on where you go, especially in Kenya, whether it's like Carrefour or House of Leather, or, well, Nakumatt isn't open anymore, or Palacina where I got mine, but that would be a little bit more expensive. But depending on where you go and the kind of Christmas tree you get, it could either be like, it's hard to make that look good, or at least it's got some, we're starting with something. I got my tree from Palacina, and it was an investment, but like I said, like, it's gonna last for a long time. And actually, the Christmas tree that I have actually been seeing that I would love to order in, but I can't justify spending over 100,000 shillings on a tree, on a fake Christmas tree just yet. I can't do it just yet. But given how much joy this time of year brings me, do I foresee myself at some point down the line investing in a tree like that? Yeah, the time is just not now. My bank account says, you've got jokes, Sharon. Second tip is to take your time in fluffing it out. And what I used to do before, I would fluff out the branches like to make it wide this way, without realizing that you also want to make it tall, right? Because these bristles have to be covering as much of the space inside as possible. Otherwise, you've got no depth with the tree, and it just starts to look very sparse, and then it's hard to make that look nice. So just take your time fluffing it out and fluff out the branches in as many different directions as you possibly can. Third tip, light your tree up first before putting any baubles. I never used to do this before. I thought put the decorations in and then that's when you put the lights up. That's not it. You want to put the lights up first. And what you want to do is make sure that it is lit as you do it. So don't wait for, like, you know, you've put it around the tree and then suddenly, you know, you have your moment of like, no, because you'll not see the spaces that are missing. So as you're going round, you want to make sure that the lights are already on. And so you place them, you step back, you come back again, you step back, you see where you need to change things up. You get the gist of things. I've got 2 sets of lights on this tree because I felt one didn't do it for me. And I think lights and that, like, you know, sparkle, like the soft, I love it. In the evenings, I literally just have my Christmas tree lights on. I might have some other fairy lights on, and that's it. Like, I just love the ambience that the tree and the lights bring. So I thought 2 sets of lights is just perfect for me. Fourth thing, I think we're number 4. Start with the bigger baubles, and you want to try and put the majority of those at the bottom. It would be a little skewed if you had like a giant bauble at the top, depending on what your scheme is though. So I also don't want to like force things, you know, this is just what works for me. Actually, I should have said all of this just works for me, but I like to put the bigger baubles on first. And again, I place, I step back, I place, I step back. What I did this time around is I went in the different color schemes too. So I started with the gold baubles, and I would start with like maybe the solid baubles first, and then like the gold one with shimmer. And this is more like champagne actually. It even looks like it on the camera. So I wouldn't put like even these ones, right? The smaller ones, or this that has like the teardrop. There's another one here, or that one. So I started with the bigger ones first, and with everything when it comes to the tree, you want to step back to try and see if you've spaced it out properly, and if you're or if you're leaning to one side more than the other, because you want it to be as evened out as possible. And then you go in with your smaller baubles, the more decorative ones, the special ones. If you've got spinners, lucky you. Like there's some that are just like constantly, oh god, constantly in motion. And then of course you finish it off with your topper, which for us, we just worked with what we had. And I think ultimately that's what you want to do. Try and make the most of what you have already in your stash. If you're adding to your collection, just try and think what could also serve long term, so that it's easier for your budget. I'm assuming that if you're watching this also, you're like me and you can't just go out and spend like, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of shillings on Christmas tree decorations. If you can, lucky you. But if you're on a budget, because I give myself a budget, and I know I can't spend more than a certain amount, and so I try and look for things that I can, you know, use hopefully in future trees and tree themes. But if I picked a color that was, or a kind of bauble that was too specific, then that's a little bit hard. Unless, of course, you find some special gems that you can't pass up, like the ones I found today at Miniso, in which case grab them and you'll figure out when to use them. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to say is you also want to try and decorate the inside of the tree. I think sometimes we focus too much on what's going on on the outside, and I get that, like this is where most of the drama lives. But if you can, try and spare a few baubles to the inside, and even if, and especially ones that have like glitter or are reflective, because hopefully you've also made sure to light up the inside of the tree, not just, you know, you're not just placing it out here, but you're also taking it inside the tree. That's what my first set of lights was for. I focused it primarily on the inside of the tree, and then the second set of lights I then dispersed on the outside as evenly as possible. But when I have baubles inside, it means anytime you look at the tree, hopefully you'll be able to catch some kind of beauty, glimmer, glitz, something happening even on the inside. So I've got like bows at certain levels. I've got like, this one is a little bit more hidden. Can you even see it? You can't see it. I'm sure I'll have outtakes here that show you what I'm talking about, like B-roll footage that will give you an idea of what I'm talking about too. And then the last part is just to have fun and to trust your vision and to know that it's just about a good time. There's no pressure. And I'm sure in a couple years, I'll look back at this tree and be like, man, I really didn't even know. I thought I knew, but I did not know what I was doing. And that's okay. But for now, it just makes me happy that there's something beautiful that I get to enjoy every single day, at least when KPLC doesn't play me and then not give us power for the day. And with that, I'm gonna show you the few bits I picked up from Miniso because I'm so excited about that. Ooh, wait, first maybe I could show you what this looks like, because just a second. Power is back. Okay, I'm gonna make this really quick so I can go and get my videos edited, because they definitely need to start being edited. Oh, but there you go. It almost feels like I paid KPLC to be like, all right, when I'm done talking, please give us back the lights. I love it. I'm obsessed. All right, I wanted to quickly show you this part. I got these what are they called? Christmas stockings? But I got these from Palacina a few years ago, and I've never really placed them anywhere, but for now, since I've not got a mantle to hang them off of, this is where they're going to sit. And then Amani just tried to make this as special as possible, and bless her. That's why I love having her around when I'm decorating, because she goes the extra mile. And also bless Patricia, because I'm almost certain that both these sets of fairy lights are gifts from her, from the last few years. Almost certain. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. I don't know if that was her. Maybe actually that was not her. But I'm pretty certain the star one is Patricia. And this is what it looks like. I've had those candlesticks for a few years now. I think they were a gift, if I remember correctly. The lanterns, I can't even remember now, but I have 2 silvers and 2 white ones. I think they may have been from IKEA, and I don't know if I ordered them in. I can't remember now. The candle is one of the Christmas candles from Treasured Scents. They have a fantastic selection of Christmas candles at the moment, so I will link them down below so you can grab yourself one if you haven't already. They also make for really good gifts, candles, I say. So yes. And then the tissue box, which doesn't really go, but we need them close by, that I got from Carrefour. Oh, and that tree, the little tree, I must have gotten from Carrefour a few years ago. That's what's happening there. And so in the evenings when we've got that and that, it's just perfection. Oh, okay. That's good. All right. Let me show you what I grabbed from Miniso. I'm gonna start with non-Christmassy stuff, but it's the stuff that I go back to Miniso for. Their batteries, like who doesn't want multicolored batteries in their lives? I don't know. I also got that. These are what? AA? Yeah. So double A's in that, and then these are the triple A's with the most, it's got lemons. It's got lemons. Honestly, at this rate, I'm about to gift someone batteries for Christmas because they're too cute. I also got some of their tissues. I just thought they're pretty. I do wish though that they had some like, because these are very playful, a little too playful. Like it's not ideally what I would go for, but I'd rather this than even more boring. And then when it comes to Christmas, I got some interesting baubles because Zoe Sugg is a YouTuber that I followed for a while, and especially Vlogmas. Like she's the one who actually I first heard Vlogmas from, and the idea of like filming every day during the December holidays. Although she actually does it like, you know, films day 1, like December 1st, and then edits it and puts it up on the 2nd, December 2nd, and every single day of Vlogmas, like till the 24th, the 25th. I can't do that. I can't do that. I would love to do that, but I can't. So my version of Vlogmas is like videos I filmed. Some will be sit down videos, some will be day vlogs, but they all make up videos that go up in December, which to me is Vlogmas. But anyway, she has a tree. She has multiple trees, but one of her trees in her house, I just loved the concept of so much that I just thought, like, if I ever have multiple trees in my future home, I would definitely have one like that. And it's for just the oddest, most bizarre trinkets or baubles that you could imagine. So you've got like an avocado bauble, you've got like a cheese one, you've got like a poo one, you know, like think of emojis and whatever you could imagine up as a bauble, place it on that tree. And I loved the concept of that I decided why not start collecting for hopefully one of the trees that I'd have like that are a little bit more playful. So I've got here the London telephone boxes. I've got here a rainbow. I think that one was like 150 shillings. This may have been 250 shillings. I also think this is ceramic. How pretty is that? It's so cute. We've got the gingerbread man. He's so cute. I love him. And this is also 250. It also feels ceramic, and so you want to be careful. And last but not least, we've got a unicorn floaty. There we go. Our little unicorn floaty. I loved that. And so we begin our odd little collection of baubles. And hopefully one day I'll have created, even if it's just creating from my tree. Even if it's just creating from my tree. But I'd love to create like some special baubles at some point. I also got, because my theme is red and I saw that they had the red ribbon, plus they had tags, and I thought, oh, for gifting, even outside of Christmas, this will definitely come in handy. So I got this, and I think this was also 250, I think. And then lots of ribbon. They're all actually red, except for, oh no, I've got two green ones on the ends, because outside of Christmas, I also want to be gifting. And I just love the idea of having ribbon, because my Christmas wrapper is actually, you know, the book covers, the brown paper that you'd use to cover a book in primary school or high school. Let me just show you what I mean. This. Do you remember these? How we used to use them to cover our exercise books? Oh my God, I haven't even used that word in so long. Exercise books is giving me, like, I'm panicking a little, thinking that someone needs to mark my homework. No thanks. But this takes me back to primary school. High school, did we have these? Or I think in high school I may have now had like clear covers. Can't remember, but this is what I'm using. This was 15 shillings per roll. So I got, or was it even 10 shillings per roll? No, it was 25 shillings. 25 shillings per sheet. I think it may have been 25 shillings per sheet, and I think I may have gotten 10 of them or so, because I think this will be my base when it comes to gift wrapping, like just the simple brown, and then I'll be trying to make it pretty with things like interesting ribbon. But also if I find like nice wrapping paper, of course I'll buy it too. I just thought this is fail proof. I love the tone, that natural kind of oatmeal brown color, and I can spice it up or jazz it up with ribbon. And that's it for my little Miniso haul. I still want to go to Palacina to see what baubles they've got, because they usually have like the special ones. I think I must have shown you the few that I have in my collection. I don't think I have more than 3 in my collection. And so I'd love to go there and buy maybe 1 or 2, maybe 2. I was also wondering if I should try and get like myself, what do you call it? Is it called a wreath? No, a wreath is the round one. What do you call the one that would kind of go on there and like drop down? It's escaped me. The word for that has escaped me. But I think I'll save that for next year. Even though I feel like I remember telling myself that's what I'll get in 2021. No. If I get a really good deal on one, maybe I'll buy one. But for now, I'm just happy with what it looks like. But I'm gonna end day 2 of Vlogmas here. What do I have planned for day 3? I'm not entirely sure what we're doing for day 3, but we'll see. At this point, I am seeing what I thought I would be filming. I don't think I will be able to because they haven't arrived just yet, but we'll see. It's still gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. So I'll catch you tomorrow. But for now, thank you for watching and I'll see you very soon. Bye.